I started boxing when I was 11 years old. I was an amateur boxer, had about close to 60 fights. I boxed for Charlie Caserta in the cage in White Plains. So I started as a kid. I saw the Jerry Cooney, Larry Holmes fight, and I just caught a bug. I was like, let me try this out. I was the only kid, smallest kid in the gym, only white kid in the gym, and everybody embraced me. And that camaraderie and that community, it was like, I don't know, it just filled you up, man. It made you get so much confidence, and it really shaped the way the rest of my life went. So I boxed until I was in my early teens. Started messing around in college. I was in college, wasn't taking it serious. So I stayed with it. I became a coach very young, probably 22 years old. I put my first kid in the Golden Gloves. Just a kid in college that wanted to do it, so I was just helping him out. I put him in, and we had some fun. He went to the quarterfinals, and I kind of just stuck with it. I was always coaching at other people's gyms at night. I was doing it at night. I was working actually downtown in the financial district for 17 years, coaching boxers at night, and wearing a suit, making great money. And one day I woke up and I was just like, I hate wearing a suit. I hate this. I love what I do at night. I make zero money, but I love that, this is the sport. This is what I was called. This is my calling. And I just, one day, just quit. I left Wall Street, got out of my suit. I decided to open up my own gym. I wanted something small. I had a couple of pros at the time, a couple of amateurs, about 12 amateurs. And we were going from gym to gym. Guys were helping us out. And I was like, let me just get my own spot. So all I wanted was one ring and a couple bags just to help these guys out. It blew up instantly. It was like, it just got big quick, and I outgrew it. Came over here. I've been here for about 14 years in this location, downtown New Rochelle, 7 South Division Street, Champs Boxing Club. Yeah, I've been a coach now 35 years. This is the place for me. This place, I feel like I'm just going to sit in the chair, just like my mentors, my coaches, be a 99-year-old guy, God bless, if I get to that time, and I just pass away in my chair happy. That's what it is. Look, before I was working 4 hours a day, sometimes if I closed a big deal, I didn't have to work for a month. Here, I'm getting up. I'm 54 years old. I get up at 5:30 in the morning, I open this place, and I close it at 9 at night. And every day I smile, right? That's what life's all about, right? Life's actually about being fulfilled and doing the right thing. So I'm not a martyr or anything like that, but I think I have a good place and I have a good outlet for the kids. And I think that there's not many of these places left. I also charge different than most people. Nowadays, the personal training prices, you're getting $75 an hour to train a kid. Like, how are these kids going to pay for that? I know I can't pay for that. I wouldn't be able to have a problem. So I do a thing where I charge a monthly rate, and if the kids can't pay it, I have them sweep up or do something. That's what they would have done for me. But when we were kids, and Bobby, and you noticed, the gyms that we went to was $10 for the year. You got an AAU card or something like that, and you didn't pay anything. Now we have to I have to pay the rent, so I have to charge something. But it's a great community. I have a no a-hole gym. Everybody in here is cool. I'll have guys that are fighting for the world title, not working out next to a kid that just started that day. Everybody gets equal attention. If you don't like that, you don't belong here.
I love Champs Boxing Club. It's definitely my home. This is where I started competing. I've been working with Ryan O'Leary. He's my coach and he's the owner. And yeah, this place is literally an encyclopedia of boxing. He's got stuff from way back in the day, all the classic fights, the fight posters. We've got Larry Barnes here. I work with him in the morning actually, and you can see a lot of his stuff on the walls. And we've got all the Golden Glove, like a whole wall dedicated to the Golden Glove amateurs. And if you really want to learn about boxing, all you really have to do is read the walls here. It's great. Yeah, it's definitely old school. There's nothing like it, really.
Everybody's welcome, men, women, females, people that don't want to get in the ring, guys that want to get in the ring. We have about 40 active amateurs here, about a dozen pros that I train or manage. Real talent. There's a kid in the ring right now behind you that the camera can't see. He was 6-0. He's really fantastic, up-and-coming prospect, bantamweight. It's just a great place, a great place. What do we have going on? We have Harley Burke, comes from the Woodlawn section of the Bronx, Irish background, and this kid's got a following like no other. Every time he goes, has a fight, He gets 2 busloads of Irish maniacs coming behind him. He's 11-0 right now. Behind you is Giovanni Figueroa. He's a bantamweight. He's undefeated. He's coming up. I got another bantamweight, Carlos Venegas. We just have a roster. Pete Dobson was just in the ring. Pete Dobson's ranked in the top 10 right now. He's coming up for a big fight on Pro Box next month down in Florida. We got a lot going on, you know. We're keeping them busy. Larry Barnes is one of my coaches. I call him my partner. Although he doesn't have any vested interest aside from getting paid in the business, this guy is the best. He's never missed a day of work. He came here to me about 6, 7 years ago. I've known Larry since I've been 11 years old. He used to come to my gym when I was a kid. He's only a couple of years older than me, but he used to spar at our gym. And when you're an 11-year-old, a 15-year-old is like, he's an adult. He's a big boy. And when he used to hit the bag, we would just sit down and watch him like in awe. Like, who is this guy? This is crazy. I never want to get in a ring with this guy. Charlie, please, don't put me in the ring with him. And he ended up getting all the way up to a world title shot. I mean, the guy was fantastic. He's a legend from Westchester. He had a great style, very much like Tyson. He had a weaving tight style. And he shows up to work every single day, never misses a day. He can handle a room of 15, 20 guys at a time. You 3 on a rope, you 3 here, I'm doing passes, you. He's got him, no spar until I can see. You know, he can handle it. I mean, he just lives this.
You know, I've been with Champs Boxing Club for 6 years. Ryan O'Leary, he's the owner. I open up the place. I'm here 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day. I work with young people all times of the day, all throughout the hours. I'm always telling them to do the right thing. Always telling them to stay in school. Boxing is just a format, just to bring you along. It's the Gleason of Uptown. Okay, it's the Gleason of Uptown.
He wasn't being treated the best at some other places, and he had a tough. After his finish and he retired from his career, he didn't have the best situations happen. He was trying to find work and everything. One day he walked in, he's like, hey, Rye, you got any spot for me? I'd love to help out here. Before he was done talking to me, I said, Larry, can you help out this kid right here? He was on that kid, and by the end of that day, he had 6 guys that were just his own. And now he's my morning guy. He's 5:30 in the morning till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Anybody who walks in goes with Larry Barnes. Some of these guys don't know who he is, and then some guys go, holy crap. I'm training with Larry Barnes. He's actually training. And he's a good guy. He has great personality, great energy. I don't know how he does it, to tell you the truth, because he's got energy all day. Larry's the best. So I'm thankful every day that I have him with me. So the way this gym is, I definitely wanted an old school gym. And I grew up in those kind of gyms. I was never in one of those foofy gyms or those bright lights and clean walls. I never had that. So I don't really know that. So when I built this place, all I wanted to do was put stuff on the walls of the kids that are here. And we had so many kids so quickly that it was building up. But then I started digging out my old stuff of my fights. And I started digging out my mentors, Charlie, and Charlie was a legend, and Kid Sharkey and Herschel Jacobs. And I started putting up their stuff. And then it just became like a museum. You know, that's just how it got. And I remember when I was young at the Cage in White Plains, Charlie's gym, he would have up the newspaper articles, but they would be so faded and yellow, they were curling, they were gone. So now every time before I put something up, if you look at my walls, I laminated everything. So it's gonna last forever. There's no rhyme or reason what I have up here, but it's truly a museum. Every kid that comes in here, if they have something written about them in the paper, although we don't have the papers that much anymore, I'll print out the internet article, you know, and I'll laminate it. But I just try to keep it that way. And, you know, people come in here and, like, Rochelle's centrally located, where I get the Bronx kids, the Yonkers kids, the Mount Vernon kids, but then I get the Larchmont and the Scarsdale. So I have a Scarsdale housewife come in here, and she'll be... look at this place. This is the real deal. It's authentic. They love it. I love this. And then you get kids that come in here and go, holy crap, it stinks in here. I never saw anything like this. But then very soon they get the bug and they go, oh, okay, it's supposed to be like this. Where I was before wasn't real, and now this is real. You know, it's really not intentional. It's just me. This is just me. That's what I got, you know.